Welcome to Sahara TV. My name is Rudolph Okonkwo. We have a special guest here with us in the studio. He is Mr. Rotimi Fashakin. He is the National Publicity Secretary of the Congress for Progressive Change. Mr. Rotimi, welcome to Sahara TV.
Thank you very much.
What brought you to our studio today?
I'm here in New York for a family ceremony and felt it would be a good thing visiting you and commending you for the good work that you are doing. And you're doing such fantastic work for the cause of humanity and for ensuring the Nigerian nation of our dream is actually actualized, and it's a human's job. It's a fantastic job indeed.
Are you aware of the meeting that took place in Kaduna?
Yes, I'm in touch, and I know everything happening. And I know that the general and leading with some CPC stalwarts, had a meeting with the ACN team led by Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
What was discussed? What happened?
Towards 2015, it's a long road, and it's important that everything is properly laid out, and that we are able to improve on the previous things that we have done in terms of the electoral process in the Nigerian nation. If you understand clearly that since June 12, 1993 election, which till date have been the only election that we say we've had, as long as most Nigerians can remember. It's the only election in which we jettisoned our primordial sentiments, in which we jettisoned traditional fault lines of ethnicity and religion, and really voted, in a way to unify the country. Since then, each election had brought on with it this severity in manipulation, increasing severity in manipulation. For instance, the 1999 election was not as severe as the 2003 election in terms of manipulations. The 2007 election was worse than 2003. And the 2011, in fact, was in another class of its own, because in that election, even the international community was deceived. Till today, they still believe that the election was free and fair, because like Professor Okendibe said, it was the election in which the new rigging technologies were rolled out, and were brought into, when scientists put to test their new inventions, it was that election that the new inventions in rigging, was brought forth. So naturally, one would believe that PDP will improve on, the rigging technologies for 2015. So it is important for those that love Nigeria and those that still believe that there is hope for Nigeria and that we shouldn't all lose hope on that nation, that they need to come together and ensure that we have a free, fair, and transparent election come 2015. And that is why it is important for all persons, all groups, all ethnic groupings, within that nation space, to come together and be unified for that sole purpose, And it is on that you find General Muhammadu Buhari and Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Ashwaju Bola Ahmed, I mean that they are unified on that cause. You heard that you saw that the one word that they kept saying, about that was the fact that at all costs, for whatever it will cost us as a nation, we must have a free, fair, and transparent election.
Are you saying this has nothing to do with a plan to merge the two political parties?
Now, you see, the first thing is, even in the Bible, it says, can two agree? Can two work together except they be agreed? There must be a unanimity in our purpose. We must be unanimous. We must have a firm purpose, something that we believe that we can, that is joined us together before we can hope to come together. We must have something that we both share, common values that we share. And in this case, it's first of all about that we must have a transparent election. Then when we say we must have a transparent, how do we do it? How do we ensure it? How do we ensure that that when our people go to polls come 2015 in the Southwest, in the Northeast, in the Northwest, in the North Central, in Southwest, in Southeast, in South, that there will be no manipulation. We must be able to galvanize our people enough, and that takes time, that takes lots of resources, in ensuring that our people, properly understand, the importance, of having, good election, because that is the basis, for good governance. If you don't have good elections, forget about good governance.
Now, what has changed since the last election? Why is the CPC now trusting Bola Tinubu?
Well, the fact of the matter is that since the last election, both sides have seen the fact that no single party can go it alone. We have both come to that understanding and that reality that no single party can go it alone. So if we understand that, it's like when two people, at a stage felt that, well, I really don't need him. If he doesn't make this work, well, I can just go it alone myself. But when you go it alone and you both fail, it will change your perception. It will change the way you now come together, if there's a need again to want to come together to do the same thing again. That is what is happening. You see, we have said that we will continue to work with any opposing party, any opposition party, within the Nigerian state, for whatever it costs. But we will never have anything to do with PDP. PDP and us are diametrically opposed. We don't have anything in common. We can never have anything in common. So take it from me now. CPC as a party can never, ever, 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 how many times did I say that? Ever, ever work with PDP.